All right, welcome back again to my page, Book of the Dead, 37 plates of the Book of 𝓄𝓖𝑇𝑇. So this is a continuation of plate 23 and 24, which also repeats earlier in the Book of the Dead. You should check out those videos as well. It's pretty much identical. So continuing here, what we have is after the yellow division line at the center of the plate, right over here, this is going to continue for the Book of the Dead, plate 23, and this will be 24 over here, continuing over here. And the text of chapter 124 appears. Now, the vignette shows here is one of the several variants found among the contemporary Book of the Dead's papyri. In this case, 𝓄𝓖𝑇𝑇 stand before three gods at the top of a shrine-like plinth right over here. So, 𝓄𝓖𝑇𝑇. According to the title, the chapter is concerned with descending to the tribunal of Osiris. The body of the chapter, however, appears to have little to do with the stated purpose, but rather is concerned mainly with the purity of what Ani hopes to eat in the afterlife. So nothing to do with the picture above. It's just what has to be eaten in the afterlife. Ani would guarantee that his food be wholesome by accepting it only from certain gods. The repeated statement in Book of the Dead and other Egyptian mortuary texts will not eat excrement may seem bizarre. Why would anyone eat excrement? But that's just the way it is. But in the next world, it was possible to end up in a situation where normal positions and processes were inverted. So you would try to eat food, but you would have excrement or feces to eat. Now, compared, for instance, the rubric in chapter 189, the Theban recension, chapter for preventing a man from going upside down and from eating feces. In chapter 124, there is also a hint of some manner of ritual concerned with food. As Ani puts certain morsels of food in his mouth, he becomes one of the gods and thereby gains control over gods and situations that he may encounter in the beyond. So there is a fear of things flipping upside down on them. So he's trying to protect himself here. All right, welcome back, Egyptology lovers. So now we're going to continue reading here. Now this is a continuation of plate 23 in chapter 15. So we're going to continue here and then we'll move over to the other plate, to the other section of the new chapter. So here we go. O Thoth, who vindicated Osiris against his enemies, who vindicated the Osiris scribe, Ani, against his enemies in the great council which is in 𝓄𝓈𝓇𝑇𝑇, on that night of the secret of forms. As for the great council which is in 𝓄𝓈𝓇𝑇𝑇, it is this Ra, this Osiris, this Shu, this Babé or Babi. As for that night, which continues up here, night of secreting forms or secret of forms, it was when of the burial of the forearm, which is up here, forearm or arm, the flanks and the thighs of Osiris 𝓄𝓈𝓇𝑇𝑇. This is another name title of 𝓄𝓈𝓇𝑇𝑇, means the beautiful one. Continuing, O Thoth, who vindicated Osiris against his enemies, who vindicated the Osiris scribe Ani, vindicated, continuing up here, against his enemies in the great council, which is in 𝓄𝓈𝓇𝑇𝑇. 𝓄𝓈𝓇𝑇𝑇 is a generic form of a necropolis. On that night of when Anubis spent the night with his arms upon the offerings, which was about or around Osiris, and the voice offering to Horus against his enemies. As for the great council, which is in 𝓄𝓈𝓇𝑇𝑇, again, 𝓄𝓈𝓇𝑇𝑇, which is a necropolis, it is this Horus, it is this Osiris, this Isis. O Osiris, his heart was pleased. O Horus, his heart was gladdened. O double gateway, was this satisfied with it. O Thoth, who vindicated Osiris, this should be divided here, and this is again divided. Against his enemies, vindicated, the Osiris scribe Ani, vindicated against his enemies in the great council, which is in the 10, of which Re, and which is with Osiris, and which is with every god and every goddess, in the presence of the Lord of all. He drives off, continuing up here, his enemies, and back up here, enemies. And he drives off every evil which pertains to him. This, he said, this chapter, while pure, and this going out into the day, and in after been buried of whatever forms he desires. As for anyone who recites any of this chapter for him, it means this prosperous, he who is made upon the earth in it. He shall emerge from every fire, and not anything of any evil shall encircle him. Pertaining to it, a matter of 1,000,000 times true. All right, now we are entering chapter 124 over here, starting on the very top. It says, chapter of entering to the tribunal or the council of Osiris. Word spoken by the Osiris scribe Ani, vindicated. All right, this is EU. It's to introduce a new sentence. We don't pronounce it. Here, we start here now. My soul has enclosed a place in Besaurus or Jadu. I am flourishing in Pe, and I plow the fields in my own shape. This is EU, another sentence we don't pronounce it, just to tell us there's something new. And the dom palm, which is a tree, you could see here the dom palm. Here in the way it's pronounced in Egyptian is mama, so the mama. So my dom palm is in min, who is within it. I doubly detest what I will not eat. My detestation is this, my detestation is feces. I will not eat. Continuing up here, again, this is you, we don't pronounce for a new sentence introduction. Peace offerings to the Ka of. This is you again. To the stars, therefore. Continuing here, I will not approach of it with my hands. I will not tread upon of it with my sandals. Upon which my bread is of white emmer, and my beer is of red, continuing here, barley. Of Happy. Happy is the god of the water, and he produces, or the river Nile, the river banks. So he's basically saying food that is from the barley, the grain, the beer, comes from the river. Happy. It is the night bark and the day bark which brings it to me, and I will eat beneath, which right here, beneath the branches. For I know I am to the bearers of what is good. Then I will make resuscitation to my glorification of the white crown. I will be raised above by the 𝑓 or the snake which is upon the head of the crown. Continuing up here, O you doorkeepers of him who pacified the two lands, bring to me those of who make offering, and may you raise me, and may the sunshine be opened to me, and the spirits of the worthy, and may the Aeneid be silent, and may the sun folk speak, together with the Osiris, Ani, and may I guide the hearts of the gods, and may they protect me, or him, which is Osiris, in the sky, and in among the suspended ones, which continues up here, suspended ones. As for any god or any goddess who oppose themselves to the Osiris, scribe Ani, vindicated, in charge of the year, and who live upon the hearts, eat him upon going forth in the east. May it be allotted to those who are in the presence of Re. May it be allotted to those who are in the presence of the sunshine. Right here, the sunshine, which is the sunshine god, who covers the sky among, these two are together, among the great ones, and who belong to it, the Osiris, scribe, Ani, vindicated, who belong to it, place bread and beer in your mouth. I have entered upon the sun disk. I will go out upon to the moon god, that he may speak to me, that the followers, which continues here, the followers of the gods, they may speak to me, and the sun disk may speak to me, and the sun folk as well. May he give to me dread in the twilight, and this continues here, of the night, the twilight, when inside the celestial cow, or the celestial waters, which are in his forehead. For I am together with Osiris, and my mat, which is up here, mat, is with his mat. Among these two are together, among the elders. He has said to me the words of men, and I have heard repeated to him the words of the gods. I have come as the Osiris Ani, in vindication and in peace. Equipped, I have come to you, his beloved. I am an equipped spirit, and for all the spirits.